Do you have issues with feeling dizzy and you don't maybe understand what is going on? There's no medical explanation. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, my name is Evette Rose, founder of Metaphysical Anatomy Technique. And guys, remember to subscribe here to my YouTube channel. You want to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest research that we're doing here. I talk about healing, latest research in the healing industry, as well as research on my own healing technique, which is called MAT. And you can also go to evetterose.com, find out all my latest healing courses that's coming up, free events, also and free healing webinars, because I love to stay in touch with you guys. And guys, today we had a question about dizziness. I always feel dizzy and I don't know why. So let's first of all look at potential causes of dizziness, because dizziness is when you start to feel like you almost feel like you want to pass out. You feel a little bit unbalanced. You feel a little bit, mentally foggy. You feel like you're disassociating a little bit, and then also off balance. Now, some actual causes can actually be low iron levels. It can also maybe be because of anemia. It can be because of low blood sugar. It can also be maybe because of overheating and dehydration and even stress. It can even be because of too much stress. So let's have a look here at the psychosomatics. And when I say psychosomatics, I mean emotional stress that can actually greatly contribute to certain ailments that we have. Ailments don't just start for the sake of happening. There's also emotions behind them. And when we look at dizziness now, often, this is when you are going through maybe a stressful period. But now you have to look at how are you showing up in that stressful period. Because when you look at low iron levels, psychosomatically, what that would mean is that you are dealing with this very emotionally vulnerable situation where you feel vulnerable and your environment might actually feel quite volatile. It might feel very aggressive, even abusive. It might not necessarily be that your environment is abusive. However, you might be feeling that sense of distress within it because of prior unresolved wounds in your life. And so there might be a subconscious part of you that is maybe overreacting to your current environment as well. And feeling dizzy is also very much connected to just not wanting to be in certain circumstances anymore. It's almost like you want to check out. You just need a break. But that also now begs the question, where's your boundaries? Da, da, da. Where is your boundaries? What step have you failed to take to express your boundaries to avoid feeling maybe the feeling of dizziness? Why do you have to feel a physical reaction before you actually have now the opportunity to just express through communication a verbal boundary where you can just say, hey, I don't want to be in this situation. I don't want to be in that circumstances. And that's another big question in its own, isn't it? This opens up a whole new can that you probably did not expect, but this is very, very important. This is vital to look at. Also look at your blood sugar levels, right? So it might be, where in your life have you been dealing with so much stress and you've hit your threshold and you're not communicating that you're overwhelmed. You're not communicating it. And then suddenly you just feel this deep need to just relax. You just need a break, right? You just need a break. But you don't know how to create that for yourself, maybe because of your low self-esteem, maybe because you feel that you're not worthy of having that break. So your body is almost like literally just checking out. It's like, well, if you don't take that break, I'll take it for you. That's what the body does. Sometimes the body has its way of just intervening when we don't listen to it, because cognitively we can probably handle a lot, but it doesn't mean that the physical body can. The body has its limits. It has its own thresholds as well. And then another aspect here is, you can start to feel dizzy because you feel maybe you're overheated. But now it also begs the question, why and how have you actually failed to listen to what your body needed? How have you failed to listen to that your body actually needed a break? That threshold, that limitation, you didn't see it, you didn't feel it, and you didn't hear it. And that is a reflection of your relationship with your body. This is actually asking you and showing you to learn how to fine-tune this connection that you have with your body and to listen to what it needs. Because dizziness is also very much connected to dehydration. And again, are you listening to your body? Because by the time you feel dizzy and you're actually very dehydrated, it's too late. You're now in damage control mode. You're not at the point where you could have prevented that by listening to the body's first initial signals and signs. But no, most people would be like, well, I didn't see it. I didn't notice it. That's exactly the problem. Now, when we look at just a little bit more of psychosomatic points, some pointers here that we can look at, apart from what I already discussed. Dizziness is also maybe sometimes, related to self-sabotage, because it stops a person from doing certain things that they don't like to do, right? So you might be feeling guilty about doing something instead of just setting time aside for yourself. And you might also just be subconsciously distracting yourself from making personal progress. That could be a fear of change. It could be feeling unworthy of establishing success or finally receiving the support that you know that you deserve. And you might even feel conflicted with your current circumstances, and also now maybe numbing yourself a little bit to what is stemming from there. And there might also have been a bit of a disruption of the flow of love, right? Flow of love and support in your life. And this might be related to an argument that you had with someone, or maybe you're avoiding a situation that would provoke confrontation. Dizziness, I've noticed, is a huge sign of people who have a fear of confrontation. They don't want to deal with it because there's either a loss, such as loss of love, maybe rejection, loss of support, loss of connection, which often is sometimes the biggest fear that we have in life. And another very popular reason as to what I've seen in people who have issues with dizziness is that they have a huge, huge fear that often relates to actually leaving maybe a partner, leaving a job, changing a different, sometimes changing a role that they have in their life. There's some kind of impeding perceived change that they know that might be coming. And there's a part of them that just doesn't know how to be and feel ready for that. So guys, remember to subscribe here to my channel, click the subscription button, and also check out the description box for much more information, and go to evetterose.com. Check out what I'm doing because I'm always up to something. And until next time, be the light that you are. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. So guys, subscribe to my channel here and also hit the notifications bar, and so that you can get notified every time when I upload a new video. So guys, also remember to share the video and also look out for courses that I have below in the description bar. And until next time, be the light that you are.